Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. Alright, so I looked up what I was missing, and I'm pretty sure I solved this puzzle by accident before. I just, somehow figured it out. Now, what I missed is this button here. So, you have to do this in a certain order, which I somehow did just on my own. I think it's that, then the button. Yep. Then the spinny thing. And then the right switch. You can also open it through picking locks. That is a thing you can do. We open the door to the Academy Chancellor's secret chamber. And their spirits are already in here. Lag. So there's the dead Chancellor. There's the dead Regulus. There's an energy chest. And there's a whole ton of shelves. The secret of the gods, I have seen them with my own eyes, and I have discovered the truth. The seven are keeping a secret. While we worship them as saviors, they feed on us like cattle. It is all of our source that keeps them alive. They consume the very lifeblood of individuals, families, villages, kingdoms. Also, they may live on in perpetually. Words. Also, we cannot be sated by the source we should rightfully keep for ourselves. The gods are thieves, and we are their victims. The gods are liars, and we ignorant sheep. The gods are masters, and we are their slaves. When you champion a god, you are championing no less than your own weakness. When you worship, you sentence your neighbors to death. We will only ever be free when we abandon them as they have abandoned us.
You feel lightheaded. The gods now seem like tyrants, feeding upon their worshipper's source, like their cattle raised to be slaughtered.
What, you mean now? Not the part where when you met the god and he taught you vampirism and showed you his fangs? This is disgusting. Why are we helping these gods at all? They're nothing but self-serving thieves. Guessing there's latency with that dialogue. Oh well, jump to a collision, you might fall off a cliff. People do what they do for a lot of reasons. There might be more to this story. This is the first time you've ever taken the side of the gods. Alright. The volume lists a great many weapons and their origins. It's not a thickly paged book, however, and it falls open to a page that has been clearly read and reread. It has been known by many names in many languages. Now it is called the anathema. A blade capable of killing the first target it touches, yet no more than that. A crystalline sword that could so much as destroy a god, but would lie dormant forever and after. Observation of the Universal Veil. Opening the book, you can see it was a meticulously laid out treaty of some kind, but its pages have been covered in angry scrawl, leaving the original text illegible. Of the furious script covering it, you can only make out a few words: traitor, betrayal, apostate, traitor, heretic, traitor, traitor, traitor. It's only when you reach the end of the book that you find a coherent sentence. It mourns the fact that my people have been cast to the void. It swears revenge on backstabbing lords, and says they will suffer the darkness they have unleashed on the world. I will be king again.
Your time will come, and sooner than you think.
Oh, thanks, Losa, for having your demon talk to us. Tome of the Swarmbreaker. The book describes the crafting of the Swarmbreaker, and more importantly, its destruction. A scythe powerful enough to challenge the will of a god. It was broken in two, both shaft and blade, and hidden on the Nameless Isle, safely out of mortal hands. You've already been there. Tome of the Adoran. This complicated set of schematics details the functions of the Adoran. One drawing shows 7 celestial beings bowing to the device.
Rosa is pale and damp with sweat, but something has changed in her eyes. She seems more like herself.
We're getting close, Chief.
Nod asks if she's ready for what comes next.
For choosing the next divine, you mean? Yeah, I'm ready. I hope you are too. I think...
She stops short, her eyes flashing back, then normal, then black again. She turns away, covering her face.
We shouldn't talk about this now. I'll be fine. I just need to concentrate.
Alright, so let's talk to, Radalis.
His memory comes to you like hound to master. Your name is Redless, and you are God-woken. But you know that you can never be divine. You are in love with Tarion, your rival, and that love makes you weak. You hear rumors of a god-king who would free you to be with Tarion. You seek the Chancellor's knowledge of this king, but when you find the Chancellor, he lies dead. A figure stands over him. Lucian, the great divine. He smiles at you and bids you approach him. He lays a hand upon your shoulder, and his blade slices your gut. As you fall, poor Redless, you know that you will never see your Tarion again. Hunger rises deep within you.
No.
The hunger. This is the God-woken hunger, right? The hunger dies.
Alright, let's, go talk to What's-Her-Face again.
Tarion Grey, who died at the hand of Lucian, weeps for Redless, her lost love.
Sure where her Radalis may be found.
As if taken by a sudden notion, she turns and flees in that direction.
Radalis was killed by Lucian Divine. He and Terran can be reunited as spirits.
The lovers stare into each other's eyes, together at last. Tarion registers your presence for the first time. She smiles at you in gratitude.
Smile back, they have your best wishes.
Redless gives you a nod of acknowledgement. You know they'll leave now for the Hall of Echoes. They turn to each other.
Alright. I like it's like, here, you can have this medium poison resistance potion, a pretty much an herb, or a giant flame rune. Gee, I wonder which I'll take.
Welcome to the Forbidden Library. Do not fear the truth, though it smash your world to pieces. Do not fear the truth about the gods.
Ask him for the truth about the gods.
The gods destroy what they have made. You think them cruel, but they are not. They own us, and will do with us what they must.
A thought arrives from deep within, a single word. Lies.
Yeah, I really want you out of my head. Let's take our leave.
Hunger rises deep within you. The hunger...
Yeah. It's really hard to prove your innocence when you're constantly trying to make me eat people. Alright, well, that takes care of that. We're gonna go ahead and head over here. I'm gonna go ahead and make a safety save just in case. Once I get over here, I'll make the save. Once we start this, there's no going back. Pretty much we'll either die or we'll complete the act. Of course, I already gave away the fact that I'm completing the act, not actually completing the game. So this is definitely not the end. Alright, let's make a save. Save, it's Let's Play 48. I'm actually running out of space on the cloud, so I might actually need to go through and start deleting saves. Not that I really need it on the cloud. Alright. I could talk to these people, I'm not going to.
Godwoken, are your studies complete?
Declare that you're ready.
All Godwoken have completed their studies. I take you now to the arena of the One. There you may fall, or you may rise. So it begins. The first Godwoken to enter the wellspring becomes divine. May the new divine be worthy. For the rest, may she have mercy on your soul. To the wellspring. Begin.
Okay. So yeah, this fight is... Well, I mean, the contest seems really, really neat, but it honestly doesn't end up being very, very much because, quite frankly, we're just going to kill everyone right here. It makes it sound like it's supposed to be a race, but it doesn't really end up being that way. I'm in fire at the moment. So I can get down there if I really want to, or I can just rain fire down from here. All of its possible options. Come on, I had it for a second. There we go.
Glory is mine.
Oh wow, Beast resisted death. Good for him. He's gonna die anyway from the dot damage. So yeah, you're fighting all the NPCs. This would also be a part where you fight your own party members potentially if they happen to be Godwoken as well. So yeah, we would actually, if we hadn't have smoothed things over with Losa, we would be fighting her as well here. Or we would fight her at the entrance. I don't know which. Boo boo boo. And you're dead. Didn't resist death the second time. Alright. So what I want to do is teleport to here. Alright, I don't have cleave damage anymore. One shot. Alright. Okay. Well, that takes care of them. They're gone forever now. Wow, I didn't know I was going to grab it through the barriers. But yeah, it would have been a lot... Well, I mean, the fact that we're so overpowered, it wouldn't have made a difference. But it would have been kind of neat to see them, instead of just fighting it out right here. Like, one of them would try to, like, rush for the end. Because really, it doesn't matter about killing the others. It's about reaching the soul well, or whatever it's called, before the others. But yeah. Bit overpowered at this point. But don't worry, there's still a few more tough fights out there. Oh, hey, Losa. Let's get together. Ouch. That was actually painful. Good for you. Surprise. Alright, you are weak against air. You're now shocked. Alright, good work. Toy block. Blank skill book. I am lagging. Yep, and just like that, that is pretty much it. We already won the contest. So here's the wellspring.
So good of you to come, Godwoken. You know, you are many things, but above all, you are reliable. Reliable to the point of being predictable. You came to the wellspring. I followed.
Drat. I was seeing if I could switch characters and see if I can just start attacking them, but I can't. Unfortunately, this is cutscene.
The Lady Vengeance is, after all, my ship. And now here we all are.
It is time, mistress.
She gives you a long and steady look, as if it is the last time you shall see each other for the rest of eternity. Then she dips her chin in acknowledgement. You are almost her equal.
No, I'm higher level than her.
Yes, Vredeman. It is time.
She raises the Aetherin. Like a divining rod to water, it seeks the wellspring and finds it. The device hums to life.
We are done, mistress.
Yes, Vredeman, we are done. And so too, Godwoken, are you. Soon you shall be little more than relics of a bygone time, and this place shall be your tomb. Goodbye.
Might be wise to look for a way out of here.
Really? Do you think so?
Alright, the reunited lovers thanked us. The Academy. We have entered the arena of the One. It is time to decide who shall become the next Divine. Joke's on you, it's nobody. We fought in the arena of the One only for Dallas and Verdermen to appear and seize the powers from the wellspring using a device known as the Eterin. Dallas can surely only cause harm with those powers. She must be stopped. We found ourselves trapped in the ruins of the Arena of the One. There doesn't seem to be any way of escaping. And then I was attacked by Dallas at the Well of Ascension. She had the Eterin in her possession and used it to purge the wellspring of her powers that lay within. So what's funny is I took 1 damage that knocked me over, and that damage was actually reflected. It even showed Vedamin taking the damage. All right. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to deal with. We got to get out of here because this place is not looking too great.
The ritual has failed. The structure lies in ruins, but you have at least survived. You should feel relief, disappointment, confusion, anything but the rage that wells up from deep within you. The rage grows, burning hotter than the volcano itself, tearing at you, seeking to overpower your senses. The red mist wants to descend. The red mist feels like it does not belong to you. The red mist feels alive. And it wants you.
Me?
A familiar figure materializes before you. A copy of yourself, enraged. Your own face glowers at you in hateful fury. It opens its mouth.
They're not copies of me. They're only level 17.
And your furious god begins to speak.
You failure.
So yeah, they're both embodiments of Relic. Oh, by the way, there's also lava eruptions happening right now.
You nobody. You traitor. You weakling. Return the rest of my power to me. Look me in the eye. I am Relic. I am god of this world. All that you are is mine. It shall be mine once more. Yield. Surrender yourself to your god, that he may right your wrong. Yield to Relic, that he may be god of Rivellon.
Laugh at the god of the past and his futile raging against the incontrovertible truth of his own obsolescence.
If you won't yield by your own will, you will yield by mine. Yield to me!
Yeah, if you're playing an elf, you'll have the elf god talk to you. And of course, Losa's god is Relic. Alright, we go first. So let's go to here.
I am the last. I am the one. You are nothing.
Well, gave me another turn. Well, I'll look at its stats. Immune to fire and poison. And he has Opportunist. And there we go. All of them dead. So I'm gonna loot.
The Titan lies in pieces before you. The god controlling it is dead by your hand. Lava roils as earthquakes rumble around you. Shockwaves of sound pierce the air, the growl of shifting ground. Suddenly, a voice echoes in your mind. It's Malady. Where the hell are you, she calls. Find my beacon. We need to get out of here now. Her voice crackles and dissipates in your mind.
So yeah, we need to get up here. I don't think there's any hidden stuff around here. Just looking just in case. No. Really the only thing that's going to slow us down is looting the body, which is what I'm going to do right now. Black Shroud, all that good stuff. Take it all. And nothing else can be looted, and I can only move one step. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go this way. I could go up, but there's also literally going to be a lava eruption happening there, and it is actual lava. It will kill you. You know what would have been smarter? If I had just teleported her to me. Well, I can do that right now, actually. Boop. And boop. Yeah. It starts out with fire, but then it goes into actual lava. Alright, just in case. Put you right there so you're close enough. Alright, let's get going.
Ugh. I guess when I said never again, I really meant once or twice more. Okay. 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 The Hall of Echoes once more. Our home away from home.
Thank her for getting you off the Nameless Isle in time. That was a close one.
Close indeed. You almost became a god, and instead you're still... you. At least you managed to murder one of the 7. Quite the spectacle. I've never seen anything so... Let's talk about this later. I need to rest. We've still one big jump to go, but... it'll have to wait.
She casts her gaze around, taking in the streaming bluish ether. She breathes a deep, ragged breath.
At least, it's quite beautiful here, isn't it? I'm going to take a rest, sort myself out. I suggest you do the same. Speak to the ship if you need me. She'll know where to find me. This may be your last bit of respite before the storm blows in again, Godwoken. Enjoy it. You deserve that much.
Alright, quite a bit to go through. Alright, so the party split again, so that's why I got the teleporter pyramid back. Alright, magic and mayhem surround us. Our only hope is to escape is to reach the beacon Malady has instructed us to reach. Just as the final god fell and the island seemed on the verge of destruction, Malady appeared before the Lady Vengeance and saved us. Malady told us to speak to the figurehead of the Lady Vengeance when we're ready to depart. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. Malady appeared aboard the Lady Vengeance and rescued me. Once more we retreated into the Hall of Echoes. The Council of Seven was lost, our plans were in disarray, while our enemies seemed resurgent. Dallas had thwarted the ascension of a new divine, while the God King and his legions grew stronger with every passing moment that they went unopposed. The only hope was to track down Dallas and claim back the power of Divinity before it was too late to stop the God King. But why did Dallas seize the powers in the first place? Was she an agent of the void? Did she think her actions were somehow righteous, or was it a simple lust for power? Only the Hammer herself could answer such questions. Malady believed that Dallas would likely make her way to Arx, where the remains of Lucian were interred. If she had plans for the powers of the Divine, then they likely involved the last person to wield them. And so the Lady Vengeance cut a path through the Hall of Echoes, setting a course for Arx. I enjoyed the respite while I could, for I sensed that the end was drawing near. Alright. Spirit of Ethan. Okay, so yeah, the spirits of the other characters are still around, just like before.
After all that's just happened, life, every flawed morsel of it, seems more precious to you than ever. You look around at those who have accompanied you so far. In each one, something unique shines through. Divinity has eluded you so far, but humanity beats strong within you, here and now. Who knows what lies ahead for you, for your companions? Your quest failed. The void is growing stronger, and the hall is dark. You feel the need for some affection. Perhaps they feel it too.
So yeah, this is kind of your, what was it, Mass Effect, you know, well, get with your lover because the world might be ending type situation. There's no cutscene or anything like that, or there's no, I guess, movie scene or anything like that, like in the other games, like Dragon Age and all that. But the dialogue does get heated, to say the least. So as much as you guys probably want to hear my dull voice read off, well, that type of stuff, I'm probably going to go ahead and cut it, and I'm going to go ahead and, you know, do the scene and then just start recording after the fact. So if you want to have the romantic relationship with Losa and any of those characters, well, you can always play the game yourself. Pretty much what it does, though, is the ship itself will make a kind of a private room for the two characters that, well, teleports you two into a private room where you guys can, well, I guess, get it on, essentially. So, also, I'm pretty sure she still calls you Chief during all of this, which is a little weird. But that's probably because, obviously, there's no way to say all the names, even if you're playing on as someone that does have recorded names, like Sybil. Alright, well, I'll be right back. Alright, well, done playing Spin the Bottle. So, let's talk to some people.
The day was lost, and no one won. Divinity is still up for grabs. Will you be the one to grab it? I do so wonder.
Ask if he spoke to Malady recently.
I did. She's quite graciously taking us to demon-haunted arcs. Our pursuits align and continue.
Ask him what's on his mind, which I already have the answer to.
Naught but the demon I'm hunting. A trivial task, really, compared to your current pursuits of divinity.
Alright. So originally when I was clicking on these stairs here, I was thinking it was going to take me to the lower floors. But apparently that's actually one of the ways to trigger the whole romance stuff. You can also trigger it by just clicking on any of your allies that happen to be nearby. Let's talk to Han. We haven't talked to him in forever.
Not many things I can fetch around here, but who cares, eh? Look at this place!
Pretty sure he has antlers for me. Spirit of Bane, Spirit of Sybil. Alright, let's talk to Tarquin.
All this commotion hasn't made it any easier for me to restore Anathema. The fewer distractions, the better.
Ask what progress he's made with Anathema.
My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident of success, though.
Okay. I could do shopping, but I'm going to do that once I have both party members. I don't think there's anything else of note. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk with ship here.
Take whatever time you need to gather yourself, my friend. When you are ready, we can proceed.
Say that you know that Lady Vengeance led Dallas to you on the Nameless Isle.
Yes, I am sorry. She had me built to her exact designs. Not even I know all the ways in which she can control me. She was able to follow my wake like a shark. But I will see myself destroyed rather than be forced to betray you again. I swear.
Alright, ask the Lady Vengeance to summon Malady.
It shall be done.
Hey, Malady.
Malady's face is drawn. She seems tired, somewhat subdued. She looks you over and squints.
What's wrong with you? You seem happy.
Tell her you are. You feel better than you have in some time.
It's written all over you. In truth, I'm glad to see it. A joyful God is a just God. I've had some time to think, and there's a few matters I want to discuss before we carry on. I doubt you've forgotten the death of Meister Siva.
She swallows hard and closes her eyes for a moment, as though trying to dispel a dizzy spell.
She and I had a deal, you see. A deal that's now quite obviously defunct. According to its terms, I was to help you ascend to divinity, and she was to help me with another matter. The details aren't important now, it's just... never mind. Another entangling alliance. But I won't be able to disentangle it on my own. There may come a time when I need to count on you as an ally. So, are we? Allies, that is.
Tell you need more information. What entangling alliance is she referring to?
The details are detailed. Suffice it to say that Meister Siva believed she could help me. And I believe you're twice the sorcerer she ever was. So?
Tell her her problems are your problems from here on out. You know, what could go wrong, you know, teaming up with a half-elf, half-demon?
That's something I don't often hear. Thank you. Really. Moving on. I found out where Dallas is heading. There's a great city not far from Driftwood, Arx by name. It's controlled by Magisters, so you'll have your work cut out for you. We have to find out what she's planning to do with the powers of the Seven. You'll need to find her and take back what she stole, and quickly, before she does something irreversible. Dallas, or any of the others for that matter, cannot be allowed to use the powers of the gods. She doesn't understand what must be done. She doesn't understand how to rule.
How to rule? Ask Melody to elaborate.
It's quite simple, really. Chaos is a fact of life, surer than any other. Power is one of the few structures that can cut a line through that chaos. If wielded well, that line will mean stability, order, a comfort against the unknowable, changing forces of chaos. If wielded poorly, the line will mean domination, terror, different from chaos, but no better. Dallas, and the others like her, Alexander, the Mother Tree, the Prince of Shadows, they are little better than demons, really. They seek power at the expense of others, not to create stability, but to create servants.
Oh yeah, I kind of ignored the Mother Tree again. Oh well.
Look at my face, Godwoken. What do you see?
Tell her you see Melody, no more nor less.
I suppose we all see what we want to see. When I look in the mirror, I see balance. Balance between darkness and light, between good and evil. Whatever those categories mean. When the time comes for you to ascend, remember my face. Remember that despite any shortcomings you might have, if you can bring a semblance of balance to the world, you'll have done as good as the Seven did. And if you can be stronger than them, you'll do all the better. The Seven are gone, slain by their Godwoken, slain by you. You have the potential, the obligation even, to do better than they did. To create a better world than the world they made.
Ask how she's so certain you're capable of what she asked.
I just am. You can trust in me. I just am. Now, there's little time to spare. We need to get you to Arx, find Dallas, take back what she stole. Shall we go?
To Arx.
Very good. How lucky for you I'm on your side. I'm probably the only one masterful enough to transport an entire ship safely between the land of the dead and the land of the living. Captain Melody stands at the ready.
After the briefest moment of respite, Melody brought the Godwoken to Arx to recover the divine powers Dallas had snatched away. But the half-demon's secret was taking its toll on her.
Oh, Lucius! Fools! The bastard's going to ruin everything! Brace! Brace! Brace!
She had to jinx herself. I believe it's around this point that Malady could possibly die if you've relied on her powers too much by, actually not doing any of the main quest. But I think we should be fine because we didn't rely on her. At this point, I've done little bits of this particular act, but I haven't gone too far. I did Losa's storyline, and that's about it. So I'm going to eventually be going blind again. This is a long loading screen.
Don't say anything.
Malady groans, her face twisting in pain. She falls to one knee, catching herself on her hands.
Reach over to help her up.
She raises one hand and raises herself to her feet.
No need to fuss, I'll be fine. It's just that traveling between the realms isn't easy, you know? It takes something from my soul each time. But never you fear, I've pulled a clever trick out of my sleeve. The Lady Vengeance stands in 2 realms at once. A body here, a soul in the Hall of Echoes. You can still return at your leisure. At least I got us where we wanted to go. This is Arx. This is where Dallas has fled with the powers of the gods. This is where the path to divinity leads.
Taking the scenery around you, ask her what comes next.
Dallas must be stopped. She has stolen the powers of the Seven. You'll need to get the Aetherin back if you're to fight the God King. You'll need it if you're to ascend. Track her in Arx. Find out where she's gone and end her. Take back the Aetherin and the powers of the gods with it. You cannot fail, Godwoken. Not for anything.
Hey, Chief. Before we get a move on, I'd like a word with Malady. You mind?
Tell her to go ahead.
Psst. Hey, Mals. I'm not, feeling so hot.
I should think not. The demon is getting closer to himself. You'll meet him in Arx soon enough, and if you meet him like this, it's bye-bye Losa. We won't let that happen, will we? I've got a little something cooking. There's power in names, after all. And we know exactly who Adramalik is. Don't worry. I'll find you before it's too late. Demon's honor.
So, real quick.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
First, here, have your pyramid back. Losa, I need you to identify a bunch of stuff for me. Alright, so strength-based helmet, I have better. Finesse-based armor, which I'm pretty sure I have better already. Yeah, I have better. And then there's the ring, which is not an upgrade, really. Okay. So that's all taken care of. That's good. Here, have an arrow. Okay. Anything else we need to mess around with? don't think so. I mean, I could do some crafting, but I don't really care.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
Alright, let's talk to Jahan.
You spy Jahan pensively looking over the distant skyline of Arx. He notices you approach, turns, and smiles his stern smile.
I'm gonna shop first. Got anything that stands out?
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
Level 18 gloves with critical chance on it. Thievery, telekinesis, two-hand. I'm actually all for that. It's a really good upgrade. Anything else of note?
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
Yes, I know, Malady. Life sucks. Anything else? There's the Punisher. Okay, that should be fine. What do I want to sell? That should be it for that. I'm still holding all these dead party parts, so I could probably go ahead and get rid of most of them. Yeah, let's just do that. Boop, boop, boop. If it's like an important quest item, they wouldn't let me get rid of it.
The death of me.
In fact, I'm just gonna get rid of all these books. Most of these books. I'll keep the prophecy book for no apparent reason. Figurine. Apparently had flour just laying around. Those. Tongs that I apparently had for this entire time.
Don't have many more of
Alright.
those on my sleeve.
That's everything. Oh, rings. This stuff down here. Boop. I didn't identify those boots. I need to do that. Alright.
These Godwoken
Balance the
are going to be
offer.
the death of me.
And accept.
Bit of a rough and tumble landing we had. But we're alive. And we're in Arx.
He swings a backpack over his shoulder. It's filled to the brim with potions, grenades, and magical charms.
Off I go to rid a city of its demon. Wish me luck.
Tell him it's too dangerous for him to attack the demon all by himself.
Perhaps. But I'm determined to press ahead. I've my own battles to wage. And you... well, you have yours, don't you? Divinity eludes you still. But I've the feeling it won't elude you much longer. Think about what it means to become a god. Prove worthy of it. Do good.
A firm handshake, and he's off.
So the hunt commences once more. May the Seven be on our side.
That's it. That's it for Jahan. That's probably the last we'll ever see of him. Alright, so let's equip some new gloves. There we go, new gloves. Auto sort. So yeah, you can use this little statue here.
The statue reaches toward the sky, as though preparing to take flight.
Touch the mosaic at her feet.
The bottom drops out from within you. She lifts you up, up, up.
And we can go to the Hall of Echoes now.
Did you know Malady taught me how to sneak out of here, even though we're in the Hall of Echoes? So I can still get some things for you, if you want.
We don't need anything.
Up to you. You know where I am if you think of anything.
Yep. And he disappeared. Alright, Tarquin's here.
You can put a price on the warriors I have.
So yeah, stuff down here is back to normal. So yeah, that one guy, that archer guy, the archer vendor, we didn't get the keep. That just completely bugged out on us.
I was wondering when you'd make your next appearance. Anathema is coming along very nicely, I must say. You must come to me as soon as it's complete. It's quite something, and I'm not easily impressed.
Ask how much longer before Anathema is ready.
Would you rush perfection?
Maybe.
It will be ready when it's ready.
Ask if there's any help or advice you could offer for what's to come.
Advice? I'm afraid not this time. I tell you to not do anything I wouldn't do, but in truth that isn't a wise mantra for most to follow.
Alright. Let's do some trading. Oh, actually, I forgot to identify that boot. So we'll do that real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Intelligence boots. It's an upgrade technically, but I can go without it.
You must truly savor my company, Godwoke.
Alright. Handed weapons. Intelligence gloves. Wits, thievery, initiative, critical chance. Most of that's useless, to be honest. So I can actually probably go without it. Yeah, I can go without it. I'd rather have the resistances. I'm not really hurting on magic armor. Alright. Well, with that taken care of, is there anything else that stands out that I actually care about? Answer, of course, is no. Okay, so let's sell these and those and call it a day. I'm also going to go ahead and get rid of some of this other nonsense. We really don't need it. I'll hold on to Sayla's crest just because I don't think it's actually going to be used for anything. Alright, well I'm at nearly almost 250,000 gold right now, so that's, you know, nice, I guess. Alright, we'll take our leave and reorganize. And we'll just go back to Lady Vengeance, which is right here. So yeah, the physical body of the Lady Vengeance is more than gone at this point. Oh, actually, let's go talk to the ship. How you holding up?
I am glad to have met you, my friend. You let me taste freedom, and now my journey is at an end. Go. Meet your destiny.
There we go. Say our goodbyes. Boop. Okay, so we're here now. Some metal scraps. We'll run into Malady later. When we run into her, we're going to be doing more of Losa's quest line. And we'll have to make some choices for that too, though we already know what choice we're making. Technically you can... I mean, technically it's not really a choice because...
The final voyage of the Lady Vengeance. She served us well.
Yep. There's all the Lady Vengeance. Hey, look, that's a death fog down there. That's not pleasant at all. But, yeah, supposedly it's a choice, but it's not really a choice. It's almost like do the quest or not do the quest type choice. Supposedly there are ways to do it without making the drastic choice you have to make, but as far as I can tell, it can only be done through essentially taking advantage of bugs and other things, so I'm probably not going to take that risk.
Lucien the Divine, standing guard over Arcs. If it keeps showing up uninvited, it'll never make friends.
Alright, well that got a little bit mixed up. So there's a Kraken over there. So when I look at the statue, it had that stuff about the Lucian, but apparently I also had the viewpoint of the Kraken that just, its tentacle just went underwater. So that's what they were referring to. If, you know, he keeps showing up, he's not going to make friends. bottom corner of the map. There's the black house. Whatever that is. There's a stag. Oh, also, we haven't done any of this. We have departed for Arx. We have departed the, from the Nameless Isle without resolving the conflict between the Mother Tree and the Shadow Prince. I mean, I killed the Shadow Prince. Whatever. We have continued on our journey without pursuing the Arena Masters Challenge. Hammerfall. The Lady Vengeance crash-landed into a mountainside overlooking the city of Arx. Malady reminded us that we have to find Dallas and stop her from doing whatever she has planned for the Adoran and the powers that she stole with it. She suggested we start searching for her among the local Divine Order. Malady told us Los's demon resides in Arx. While we seek Dallas, she'll try to find a way for us to weaken him. The Lady Vengeance breached the land of the living once more, only to crash into the mountains outside of Arx. I was lucky to survive. Below, the Holy City was in a state of upheaval. The Paladins of the Divine Order had risen up against the Magistrates, believing that they were secretly allied with the Black Ring. Voidwoken attacks only served to add to the chaos in a city that was heaving with fearful pilgrims. This was the first time we searched a nest and actually had anything. At least that's what it feels like. Level 18 necklace. It's a heck of a boost of magic armor, but I can survive without it. If I'm getting hit, that means I'm probably losing.
A spillage all over the floor.
I've never expected the end of the world to be so impressive.
It's not the end just yet.
Yep, death fog all the way along that. See the bridge up ahead as well. Down below is the, that's a refugee camp sort of thing. Bunch of pilgrims that are supposed to be coming in. I believe it's Lucian Day or something like that.
Pilgrims. Probably here for Lucian's Day.
Thank you, Remia.
I haven't played cards since Driftwood.
Celebrate Lucian Day with, you know,
I'll reward your faith
the
and heal.
celebration of their murderer, essentially.
This camp. You'd never guess they were here for Lucian's Day.
Yep. Yeah, there's a troll up here. You can actually go around to avoid the troll if you really want to, or you can fight it. And Grog's big old bag of loot. But we'll deal with him later. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. I am the Depressed Hero, and this was Divinity Original Sin 2. See you guys later.